much warmer temperatures with clear conditions, 70s but mostly 80s expected through the rest of the week and even the weekend. I'm CBS 2 meteorologist Evelyn Taft, New York School 15X 1070 News Radio forecast.
It's 59 in Ontario. Sherman Oaks has 55. Riverside has 68 degrees.
I like big butts and I cannot lie. You other brothers can't deny.
So we're going to take another swing at this airline satisfaction story. And isn't large but kind of a problem? Like you're squeezing in next to people and aren't big enough.
If you're on the window seat and then that person is in the middle seat next to you, you're never going to get out of there to go to the bathroom. Never going to happen.
But just admit it, you never sit in the middle. You're not a middle seater.
Who, me?
Yeah, you. You're never in the middle. I'm in the middle because I'm small.
Yeah.
I'm that person like, I'll sit in the middle.
Yeah, I'll sit in the middle. Yeah, you volunteer.
I do.
Don't sit in the middle. Do not volunteer to sit in the middle. Just don't do that.
Enjoy the ride on the cheap gas prices while they last. Frank Motek, who also does not sit in the middle. He's got your money news next. KNX News on 838.
Oh, man, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake it, shake that healthy butt.
That isn't just the...
helicopter when I'm sober and not flying it.
Yeah.
Right. Damn.
You know?
Yeah, no
I
way.
know it doesn't really work that way, but to me, at least with an airplane that has wings, you can kind of glide.
Yeah.
Like with a helicopter, to me, it's like the engine goes out for whatever reason, and you fall like a rock.
Yeah.
And I know that's not the case. People tell me that it doesn't work that way or whatever.
Oh, it does.
I'm saying.
It does.
Well, Greg used to fly on the regular.
Right, and I asked the pilot at the time, I said, what happens if the rotors stop spinning or whatever, if it breaks? And he said, his exact words were, you just hope you have enough time to light one last cigarette before you hit the ground. You literally fall like a rock.
Oh, that's good. Wow.
So that made that jump fun.
I can't believe you did that,
Nor
John,
can
Greg.
I.
Honestly.
I can't even.
Greg in a helicopter every day?
Yeah, well, he's like a traffic reporter at the time, right?
Yeah, I had no choice.
Wow. All right, so Rock in Rio, we have some tickets for you. We've also got tickets for that great horror camp out, The Exorcist on the Lawn at Griffith's Park Old Zoo. That's this Friday. So you can choose those tickets as well. The choice is yours. Do you want the Rock in Rio tickets or the tickets for the big Exorcist throwdown at the zoo on Friday? If you want to go, we have a chance for you to win right now. 1-800-782-7987. You know what? I take that back. Hold on. Stop.
Oh, my gosh.
Let's reset.
All right.
Let's reset. I keep talking about this thing to Hawaii. Let's do that.
Oh, hell yeah. All right.
Let me take a break, because I'm going to need more time for this other thing.
Okay.
It's a timing issue. So, all right. Same deal, same number. Caller 98, 1-800-782-7987. Caller 98, I'm going to give you a $250 Visa gift card and get you qualified for that trip to Hawaii. It's a grand prize trip for two, airfare and Hawaiian Airlines. You're going to stay at the Doubletree by Hilton, Alana, Waikiki. Caller 98, you're going to get qualified for that trip with a $250 Visa gift card. Call now, caller 98, 1-800-782-7987.
Rock in Rio. Grab your tickets now to see No Doubt, Linkin Park, Foster the People, and more at the hottest new venue in Las Vegas.
Rock Weekends, May 8th and 9th.
Or score tickets on all 98.7 mornings with Woody at 12:20, 2:20, and 5:20. Plus, win an ultimate VIP experience at all987fm.com. Keyword Rock in Rio.
5, 6, summer's almost here. Time to get that beach body ready right after I unpack these boxes of donuts. And now, your top reasons to visit Morongo. Number 5.
Will you be the next contestant of Morongo's $300,000 main event? Now through April 24th.
Number 4.
Want to feel fine? Then wine and dine. Don't miss Wine and Dine Wednesdays, where you get a 4-course gourmet dinner and wine pairings, plus half price on selected bottles of wine.
3.
Get ready for a girls' night out back. Don't miss Thunder from Down Under, bringing the heat to Morongo on May 1st.
Number 2.
Who said Earth Day can't be about you? We're giving away Earth Day freebies to Winners Club members on Wednesday, April 22nd.
And the number 1 reason to go to Morongo Casino Resort and Spa.
Sunday really is fun day at Morongo. You could win a new Lexus RC350 this Sunday.
Morongo Casino Resort and Spa, conveniently located on the I-10, less than...
Taking a look at what's happening overseas, we see the Chinese markets at a 7-year high. European markets have moved lower. Money news at 10:40 past the hour. Frank Motek, KNX 1070 News Radio. This portion of the news is brought to you by First Republic Bank.
We got the 110 reopened. Jennifer York, you got that breaking news for me? Nope. Yeah, I do have it. It's right. I had to turn down my scanner. Northbound side of the 110, they just reopened all the lanes just north of the Channel Gaffey exit there. It looks like traffic is getting back to normal, so that's great news. It's been shut down for over 2.5 hours. Back to you, Vic, in the studio. Another update coming up in minutes. KNX News Time 8:42.
I run a busy CPA firm that's been around for years. Talk about a time-sensitive business. There are certain times of the month when we receive more checks than we can count. And when we need to send wires, they need to happen quickly. Someone referred us to First Republic Bank. They have this amazing program called Business Online. We just log on and track our cash flow at any given moment. There's no more wondering about where our money is. And we can send wires much faster than we ever did before. Business Online saves us a lot of time. Frankly, we're just more productive now. You know, at the end of the day, my firm is known for giving clients lots of personal attention. It's nice to know that First Republic treats us the same way.
Personalized service, customized solutions, quick decisions. At First Republic, it's a privilege to serve you. Member FDIC.
There's something better about traveling by an Amtrak train. You eliminate the traffic jams, highway congestion, and stopping for gas, and gain the freedom to move, to sleep, eat, and stretch out. Experience the better way, the railway. One-way fares from Los Angeles are as low as $35 to Fresno, $115 to Seattle, and $113 to Portland. Discounts for children and seniors available. Book now at Amtrak.com. Fares subject to availability. Routes, fares, and services subject to change without notice. Restrictions apply.
You're not crazy to start
every time you drop.
We're GoDaddy.com, and we're just the team to help get your business online. Our Get Online Today toolkit gets you a memorable domain name, a professional website, and personalized email powered by Microsoft Office 365 for just $1 per month. Just $1 with the purchase of an annual plan. Get your business online today with the Get Online Today toolkit at GoDaddy.com/radio. That's GoDaddy.com/radio. Domain included with annual plan only. See site for details.
Attention homeowners. I've told you before, and if you missed out, I'm telling you again. Rates are dropping to another historic low. Hi, I'm Wesley Hogan with Lennox Financial. Why pay more if you don't have to? Whether you're buying a home or refinancing, we can do this with no closing costs. That's right, no points, no fees. Even if you refinanced in the last year, we can still probably save you money. So don't delay. Call us at 888-455-3669. That's 888-455-3669. All it takes is a 5-minute phone call to find out how you can save hundreds or thousands of dollars a year. And by the way, Lennox Financial is proud to offer reverse mortgages for our clients over 62. So call us now at 888-455-3669. That's 888-455-3669. It's the biggest no-brainer in the history of mankind.
Licensed by the Department of Business Oversight under the California Residential Mortgage Lending Act, NMLS number 3304. Not all loans apply. Equal housing lender.
Mount St. Mary's University now offers a new degree in Health Policy and Management. The new Health Policy and Management degree at Mount St. Mary's is a 2-year evening program designed for health leaders, managers, and policymakers who will champion effective health policies, promote successful care systems, and guide positive health changes in their communities. Learn more about Mount St. Mary's Health Policy and Management program at their next info session on Wednesday, April 22nd. Register at msmu.edu/graduate.
KNX News Time 8:45. Traffic and weather together on the 5s brought to you by Home Street Bank. And here's Jen.
Okay, so we reopened the 110 and northbound. It had been shut down since the 6 o'clock hour north of Channel Gaffey coming out of San Pedro. They were having people were just sitting for hours on the freeway. They finally did reopen it, and the lanes are getting, all the traffic is dissipated out, which is really, really, really good. I would say maybe there's a quarter mile slowing at the most coming out of the harbor area. And it never really quite affected the southbound 110. I had a woman call and tell me her drive was very good. Now, I want to mention, though, the drives coming up from downtown. There was an earlier problem on the northbound Hollywood Freeway, north of Western. It was a 5-car crash, and it had quite a few lanes blocked for quite a while, and because of that, the northbound 101 is just solid. It's a parking lot coming up from downtown, from the East LA area, and so then we suggested taking the Golden State. Well, that's now gotten full. It's not a great alternate coming up from East LA, so you're kind of stuck with both now. Neither one is fantastic. At least the traffic accident has cleared, but both the North 101 and the northbound Golden State unusually heavy. That's not usually the case with the southbound side, and that is the case with the southbound 101 stuff from at least Hollywood Boulevard down. Golden State had an earlier problem at Los Feliz southbound. That should be clearing. It was a motorcycle crash. Past that, though, it gets very heavy again. It's heavy out of Burbank, opens up past Los Feliz, gets heavy again
right around the 2 and stays tucked down into the East LA interchange. Home Street Bank is excited to be serving the Los Angeles area. It's a 94-year-old institution where the bankers are as knowledgeable as they are helpful. There's no place like Home Street. Home Street Bank, member FDIC, equal housing lender. Traffic and weather together on the 5s. Our next report at 8:55 from your Southern California traffic leader, KNX 1070 at CBSLA.com.
Bevel and Taft with a nice forecast for us today. Temps are going to be in the mid-60s to the mid-70s. That'll be today and tomorrow, back to the 80s by Wednesday. Currently, downtown LA has 63 degrees. In Yorba Linda, it's also 60 degrees. And this is Southern California's only all-news radio station, KNX 1070 News Radio. I'm Dick Hilton.
And I'm Vicki Moore. SpaceX hopes the weather will cooperate when it tries to launch a cargo capsule this afternoon from Cape Canaveral. Right now, there's a chance of showers. SpaceX, of course, the company based in Hawthorne, is going to try again to land its booster on an ocean platform, part of the effort to develop a reusable rocket. KNX News Time, 8:48.
And if you fly a lot, at some point you've sat next to this person.
The last thing I want to be remembered as is an annoying blabbermouth. You know, nothing grinds my gears worse than some chowderhead who doesn't know when to keep his big trap shut.
Yes, John Candy from Planes, Trains, and Automobiles, and the question is about airline travel and
too soon and too...
Well, for a lot of reasons. Dean Headley is professor of marketing at Wichita State, author of the annual Airline Quality Rating, joining us now live. Dean, good morning to you, and I'll bet you've sat next to that blabbermouth.
I've said that a few times. Good morning.
But basically what happened is I met Wu-Tang, I got on their tour bus, I went back to the hotel, and I was just hanging out all night, and it was amazing. And I mean, we were not doing anything but talking, and now I lost track of time, and I didn't really look at the time, and all of a sudden I look at my clock, and I'm 7 in the morning, and I was like, I gotta get out of here, and so I jumped in a taxi, and I went home immediately, and he starts accusing me of sleeping with them all, and
you stayed out all night, got on a tour bus with a band or a group. I mean, that's bust down behavior, is it not?
Bust down behavior indeed, please.
She at least gave some to Raekwon. Come on.
Okay, so you think that Wu-Tang Clan, any band, is going to hang out with some chicks after a concert one night,
Just chopping it up.
just to hang out and talk?
Yeah.
Please.
Chat.
Dollar bill, y'all.
Let's chat.
Dollar bill, y'all, please. Yeah, we'll post that video if you go to thewoodyshow.com.
Hilarious.
Dude, this other thing I wanted to share with you. Now, okay, so I saw this after I saw something that Menace posted, which he never replied to my text message about this.
Oh.
Yeah, if you follow us on Twitter, twitter.com/thewoodyshow, Menace posted something about our most screenshot Snapchat ever. Here's a picture of it. Tell me if you notice anything weird about that.
Okay.
Take a look at that.
I immediately on the caption, I'm like, this doesn't make sense. Oh, okay, yeah, it doesn't make sense.
Our most ever, A-R-E, most ever screenshot snap.
Our most ever screenshot snap.
I might have been drunk.
Are we going to Coachella? Are we going to spell check? Apparently not. Yeah, so it's O-U-R. You know that, right?
Like hour.
Yes,
Okay,
hour.
so I sent that to Menace because it's really funny. It's just a bunch of rules, about what you can and can't bring into Coachella. Okay.
Yeah, the do's and don'ts.
Yeah. R-A-R-E. Come on, man. Anyway, I saw that, and then I saw this other story over the weekend that people were talking about. It's a newspaper in Long Island. It's called the Suffolk Times, and it had a headline on the front page that read, "Their place at the table." That's all the headline said, "Their place at the table." So a reader called the editor to complain that they misspelled the headline, which they didn't.
They did not, no.
There is T-H-E-I-R. Okay? They spelled it correctly. Now, she complained that the word there is supposed to be spelled T-H-I-E-R, like thire.
Thire, yeah.
Thire. Instead of E-I-R. Dude, I tell you what, man, this bitch was totally serious. Like, the editor kept this cool, tried to explain, hey, you're wrong.
Right.
But the woman's not letting this go. Like, it got so ridiculous, the guy starts recording the conversation.
Oh, boy.
I have a clip here. This is where the woman freaks out on the editor, calling him unprofessional.
Oh.
It's so
and
good.
says that she refuses to Google the spelling of there because she knows she's right.
She's got it down.
It's so ridiculous. She knows. Now, she hung up the phone, by the way, after she called him an effing baby. It's hilarious.
Oh, mature.
We'll post the full call, but here's just a couple seconds.
And do you think that's the correct spelling of that word?
What is the correct spelling?
It's I-210. You tell me how you guys came up with this, because I can't find it in any dictionary, and I went to college, and I thought it was spelled C-H-I-E-R, meaning ownership.
All right. Like, first of all, who is the person, like, your life is so awesome that you see a headline or you hear a song on a radio station. We get this a lot. I can speak from experience on this one. Like, you hear a song on the radio station or something that you don't like, and, like, it ruins your day to the point where now you're writing letters
You're
and
making calls.
You're spending all this time, like, calling the radio station to complain as opposed to, well, just, well, that's kind of crazy. That's not the right way to spell there. Even if it's, you're completely right. Yeah. Let's assume that she was right. Who cares?
It's not like you paid for a service and didn't get it or something.
I wish I could be that passionate.
I wish, I wish I could care about anything that much. Let alone something like a song on a radio station that would ruin my day.
Yeah. I know. Jeez.
Let's call up and harass the DJs because they played a song that I don't like.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, I'm not sure what to tell you.
Let me know. I can hold.
No, I have other stuff to do. You should Google it.
Wow. I already know that I'm correct. Should I speak to your editor, who apparently doesn't know what they're doing?
No, but I am the editor.
Oh. Well, I appreciate your unprofessionalism.
Okay, what am I supposed to do?
Say maybe you guys made a mistake and you spelled it wrong, and I'm just trying to make you aware of the lousy on the front page of your paper to have a common word spelled incorrectly. Where did you go to school?
Columbia.
Well, if you went to Columbia, this should be a hard conversation.
It's an impossible conversation to have. C-H-I-E-R isn't a word. Dire is not a word.
C-H-I-R is what's on the front page of your paper. That's not a word.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, you can't do it because you're a baby.
Baby.
Oh my gosh.
Like, okay, at this point, if you're the woman though, like, wouldn't you seriously, like, just in case?
Yeah, 2 seconds.
Look it up. Just
to be sure.
I'm not saying, ma'am, I'm not saying you're wrong, but just in case.
Watercraft brake service when you use the Ford Service credit card. Ford Service. Go with confidence.
Subject to credit approval. Taxes extra. Rebate by prepaid debit card. Pads or shoes on most vehicles. One axle. Exclusions apply. See your participating Ford dealer for rebate details through 6/30/15.
In a park full of pigeons, be the glittery flamingo. Become the proud polka dot in a parade of pinstripes. To stand out brilliantly, create head-turning business cards with Moo.com. Our range of high-quality cards, top-notch paper, and exclusive design templates make it easy to create a business card as memorable as you. For extra wow, try Printfinity, giving you the option to print a different image on every card. Fly free from the pigeons. Stand out with Moo.com.
When searching for a Honda, search Honda of downtown LosAngeles.com. Now an update on your traffic and weather together on the vibes, and here's Jen.
Well, it's a beautiful picture. I'm looking at the drive out of San Pedro for the northbound 110, and where there was the closure, there was a huge mess. It was just a parking lot for the northbound 110. That is not the case anymore. That was right at the end of the freeway, I should say end or entrance of the freeway as you were heading northbound. But what I am seeing is the herds kind of migrated a little bit to the north there as they reopen the lane. So it's a little tough through Carson on the northbound 110, but nothing like it has been. And again, that's great news that the Stigler completely canceled. Now, I got a call from a woman saying, what's going on the 170? She said it's just miserable, and I feel your pain. That's how I get to work. It's just slow. I double checked to see if there was an accident on it. Southbound side of the 170 Valley portion of the Hollywood Freeway, tough this morning from now Victory, and it stays heavy all the way to the Cahuenga Pass. Now, all I can say is that this could be the effects of the earlier North 101 problem right around Western, but you actually get a break past Barham, and then it loads up again around Hollywood Boulevard. So I think it's just everybody back to work, back to school. The northbound side of the 101 still recovering from that earlier problem, as I just mentioned. At Western, it's just jam-packed coming out of the East LA interchange, as is the northbound Golden State stuff from the East LA interchange up to the 2 as well. Heard about a new problem westbound side of the 210 in the Glendora area at Grand. They're saying it's a 2-car crash blocking the second lane from the left. Traffic and weather together on the 5s. Our next report at 9:05 from your Southern California traffic leader, KNX 1070 at CBSLA.com.
Not a bad day at all here in Southern California. Mid-70s on the thermometer later on today under mostly sunny skies. About the same tomorrow. Warming in the 80s by Wednesday. Right now downtown has 63. Lake Forest has 60. In Riverside currently it is 68 degrees. And this portion of the news is brought to you by Strategic Tax Lawyers.
When you need appliance repair, use myapplianceservice.com. They offer same-day service and 5-year extended
parts warranty. Don't buy a new appliance until you've seen the experts at myapplianceservice.com. For the best price and right service, you can count on myapplianceservice.com.
KNX News Time, 8:57. David Letterman is headed toward his final broadcast next month. And today, CBS announced the list of everyone who's anyone who's everyone. He's going to be on the shows leading up to the finale. Jerry Seinfeld, Oprah, Alec Baldwin, Michael J. Fox, Tom Hanks, Billy Crystal, so many others. And then there's the whole list of musical guests. Dave Matthews is going to be there, Elvis Costello, John Mayer, Nora Jones, Mumford & Sons. I mean, it is a long, long list of who's who that's going to be on this show, and rightfully so.
So if they'd had this lineup before, maybe he would have stuck around.
Maybe, yeah.
You never know.
You're just mean.
Yeah, I know.
Final show for David Letterman coming up May 20th. Just a reminder, out in Hollywood this morning, people camped out for the big Age of Ultron premiere tonight. Some of the people camped out overnight. Pete Demetrio was talking to them. The streets, Hollywood Boulevard, is supposed to be closed between Highland and Orange until midnight tonight, so watch out for that. KNX News Time, 8:58.
Attention business owners and individuals with tax problems. Listen carefully. If you owe the IRS a small amount of money, you do not need to hire an attorney for help. You can call the IRS yourself and resolve your problem. But if you have a complex tax matter where you owe a large amount of taxes for personal or business, or have several years of unfiled tax returns and have received notices or even a visit from the IRS, you need to hire the absolute best. Call Strategic Tax Lawyers at 877-310-9800. Strategic Tax Lawyers is an experienced tax law firm headquartered in Santa Monica and run by a former IRS tax attorney. Don't get ripped off by tax relief companies that promise the world and deliver nothing. If a law firm can't help, they will at least point you in the right direction. Read their 5-star reviews at mytaxattorney.com. That's mytaxattorney.com. Or call 877-310-9800. 877-310-9800. This message has been brought to you by Attorney Jeffrey Jacobs.
KNX 1070 AM and HD, KAMP HD2 Los Angeles. KNX 1070 News Radio, broadcasting live from the Southern California BMW Newsroom. Test drive a BMW 7 Series, the driver's luxury car today.
Top stories now at 8:59.
Wealthy communities in Southern California may be hit hard with water cutbacks. I'm Margaret Carrero in Beverly Hills.
Fire agencies staffing up early, preparing for a brutal wildfire season.
And Florida Senator Marco Rubio says he's in. But thank you more. I'm Dick Elton. Traffic and weather together on the 5 to 10. CBS News is coming up next year on KNX 1070 News Radio.
All news, all the time. Southern California's only all-news radio station.
It's 9 o'clock.
CBS News. I'm Steve Caith, and a new social media video is the political appetizer for Marco Rubio's big night tonight in Miami.
This is about whether we are going to be the first generation of Americans to leave our children worse off than ourselves.
The Republican Florida senator kicks off his presidential campaign tonight. He told donors in a morning conference call he's running. CBS News political director John Dickerson tells me Rubio does have unique party strengths.
The battle in the general election will be in part over the rising group of voters, both younger voters, but also from the non-white category. And Marco Rubio has a pitch to make to those voters. And so he'll be presenting himself as both the next generation in terms of the policy he offers, but also just in terms of the kind of candidate he is.
There's also Jeb Bush, also Scott Walker, other people who are likely going to get in the GOP race.
That's right. This is the most robust Republican field ever. In terms of the number of candidates and the credentials of those candidates. So it's going to be a real competition.
Hillary Clinton, who announced her Democratic presidential bid yesterday, is on her way to Iowa to campaign in the first caucus state. It's been a tense day at a North Carolina college after a shooting left a man dead and a suspect on the loose. Emergency dispatcher Daniel Wiggins.
We don't know the motive or any relationship between the suspect and the victim at this time.
I'm Jim Crisula. Wayne Community College has nearly 4,000 students. It's in Goldsboro, home of Seymour Johnson Air Force Base, about an hour southeast of Raleigh. The campus shooting prompted a lockdown there, as well as at a nearby private school.
In Atlanta, a judge is hearing from character witnesses as he prepares to sentence 10 of 11 convicted educators. They're facing up to 20 years in prison for their roles in an elaborate test cheating scandal. Judge Jerry Baxter indicates no one will get the maximum. He spoke just after a first-year principal addressed the court on her own behalf.
I'm sorry, and I just want to tell you, I consider you a wonderful educator, and that's what makes it so sad.
More arrests expected. 2 college students have been charged already in a spring break sex assault caught on cell phone video, and others on the Florida beach watched.
There is no excuse for what these people did to this girl. None.
Sheriff Frank McKeithen in Panama City Beach says the 19-year-old victim may have been drugged.
People standing, almost rubbing the incapacitated girl, more concerned about spilling their beer than they did someone being raped.
A telecom industry group has filed suit against the FCC's new internet traffic rules on the day they were published in the Federal Register. They're due to take effect in mid-June if a court doesn't block them. Wall Street, the Dow is up 17 points, NASDAQ ahead 23. This is CBS News. The drought prompts some tough choices in Beverly Hills.
An early fire season for parts of Southern and Central California.
This is KNX 1070 News Radio. I'm Tom Buell.
And I'm Linda Nunez. It's Monday, April 13th.
Here's what's happening at 9:03.
Wealthy Southern California communities may be tapped to cut their water use more so than others when the Metropolitan Water District lays out its water delivery plan.
Areas like Beverly Hills with its sprawling green lawns may be asked to reduce water use by 35% over the next year. Ramin says he's thought about installing artificial turf, but just hasn't gotten around to it.
I'm busy trying to make money, it's very hard for me to get into that project.
Devin Upadhyay is Water Resources Manager for the Metropolitan Water District and tells KNX there are options.
Like our turf removal program through BeWaterWise.com that would allow people to make a change to more drought-tolerant landscaping.
The MWD is also considering fines upwards of $3,000 per acre-foot for cities that use more water than they're allotted, with the full board set to take up the matter tomorrow. In Beverly Hills, Margaret Carrero, KNX 1070 News Radio.
Because of the drought, California fire agencies along the southern and central coasts are already increasing staffs and equipment. That's well ahead of when they normally would prepare for the fire season. Those agencies include the Ventura and Santa Barbara County Fire Departments, as well as state fire crews in San Luis Obispo County. Usually wildfire season peaks in California in the fall, but the ongoing drought has made that fire risk just about year-round.
Californians can't seem to catch a break when it comes to gasoline prices. People in the Los Angeles area are paying an average of $3.13 a gallon for regular unleaded. That's 73 cents more than the national average. Energy analyst Phil Flynn is with the Price Futures Group.
In California, obviously, you have a lot of clean air regulation, you have refinery issues, and you're really more dependent on imports in other parts of the country.
Flynn says he expects gasoline prices to hit 10-year lows in the coming months, but Californians will still pay more than drivers elsewhere.
KNX News Time, 9:05. Traffic and weather together on KNX 1070, sponsored by Mount St. Mary's University. And here's Tom Tran.
Good morning. I've got an update about this sigler on 405 southbound near Beach Boulevard in Huntington Beach. Unfortunately, it's not a good one. They've extended the sigler for another half an hour to clearing up the debris from the crash. It was blocking the carpool and left lane. Traffic's jammed up solidly from the 22 if you're going south. You can, however, take 22 going eastbound and then take Magnolia or Brookhurst southbound and get back on the 405. It'll save you a bit of time there. Northbound side of the 405, a little bit slow from Magnolia until you get past Beach Boulevard, where things finally start to clear up going northbound. It will get busy again near the 605, then stays just kind of on and off the brakes all the way up towards the west side when it finally clears up right around Santa Monica Boulevard. 60 going westbound at Diamond Bar Boulevard, a 2-car crash being reported here. They are blocking the right shoulder, and over on the 134 westbound, just east of the Glendale Freeway. 2-car crash here blocking the slow lane, one of them facing the wrong way. That's got traffic jammed up as you go westbound on the 134 and the eastbound side moving along just fine heading into Pasadena. Traffic and weather together on the 5s are next reported 9:15 from your Southern California traffic meter, KNX 1070 and CBSLA.com.
CBS 2 meteorologist Evelyn Taft, and this is your exclusive 5-day forecast. Temperatures continuing to stay on the cooler side for the next couple of days. 60s and 70s, mild overnight, morning, low clouds and fog. Then as we head into the next few days, we're talking Wednesday through the rest of the week and the weekend, temperatures warming up. We've got high pressure building over Southern California, and as a result, expecting 70s, but mostly 80s with plenty of sunshine. That's your 5-day forecast for the weekend's always in sight here at KNX 1070 News Radio.
Whittier with 62 degrees at 67 in Corona, Irvine with
with 60. KNX News Time, 9:07.
Tonight's premiere of the Avengers Age of Ultron has brought the hardcore fans out to Hollywood Boulevard, where some of them have camped out.
More than 100 people were in line across from the Dolby Theater, where the stars of the Avengers will walk the red carpet. Thomas has been out here since 4 in the morning. What draws him to the premiere? Fulfillment of childhood wishes.
We grew up on these comics. We read them as kids and stuff, and then even on into our 30s and stuff, I'm still, I'm ready to see the comic book movies. Phase 2, once that's finished, Phase 3 is going to start, and it's going to be like the most impressive thing we're going to see.
Other people are hoping for something a little more real, like an autograph or a selfie with the stars of the picture. Hollywood Boulevard will be shut down from Highland to Orange Grove as the red carpet event gets underway later today. In Hollywood, Pete Demetrio, KNX 1070 News Radio.
Latest Avengers movie could set a box office record when it opens. The Hollywood Reporter's Matt Bellamy tells KNX the movie will do well because people just love superhero movies.
This is the kind of ultimate team-up movie where you've got these individual Marvel movies like Thor and Captain America and Iron Man, but then they all come together into one big Avengers movie.
Bellamy says that draws fans of each of the different characters to the theater to see their favorite superhero do something in this movie.
Florida Governor Rick Scott is in Los Angeles trying to entice business owners to pick up and move to the Sunshine State. It's the second time this year Scott has come to California to make his pitch. Scott says businesses don't have to suffer what he calls a tax and spend administration. But a spokesperson for Governor Brown says California's spending economy speaks for itself.
New survey finds Californians hopeful about race relations. Almost 3/4 of voters polled by the Los Angeles Times say they think race relations are excellent or good in their neighborhoods. Barely a quarter believe that's the case nationwide. There are perceived inequities, though. 43% of those people say they think police are generally tougher on blacks than other groups.
University of California says its student health centers will remain open despite a strike by union doctors and dentists. Healthcare providers walked out Saturday at UC campuses in Los Angeles, Irvine, Riverside, San Diego, and Santa Barbara. They say the UC administration is refusing to provide financial information they need to